Okay, welcome back, everybody. Once again, I say thank you for joining this meeting. So in today's meeting, we are going to be dividing this phase into two major parts. So the first part is going to take like 30 minutes, and then we have, which is the presentation phase. And then we have the second part, which is going to cover the question and answer part. So good afternoon once again. I'm happy to introduce to you this course that was presented by Chevdin Academy, Masters Structural Design plus Detailing from Concept to Completion. So basically, but before we dive into the course, I would like to give about one or two introduction about this program for some of us that have not heard of Chevdin Academy before. Chevdin Academy is an online platform where we basically what we do is we try to teach civil engineering design in a practical manner. So I hope you guys are seeing what I'm sharing. I'm currently sharing a PDF file that is showing Chevdin Academy as the title, and then the title of this program, Master Structural Design plus Detailing of RC Structures. Please, if you can see my screen, you can just unmute and just let me know so that we know we are on the same page.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, you can see it on the screen.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate this. So, like I was saying, Chevdin Academy is an online platform. Generally, we operate online for now. So, and we've been around for some while now. So what we do basically is we teach structural and practicing civil engineers in aspect of design. So this course that we want to unveil today is titled Master Structural Design plus Detailing of Reinforced Concrete. So you can see inside the bracket, we have Structural Freelancing 3.0. So the reason is because we have already organized something like this. This is the third time we are doing it. So we did one last year, and also we did one the year before. So for this year, this is this year version. So if you want to learn more about Chevdin Academy, you can find our website, chevdinacademy.com. You can also go on our YouTube channel to see our free videos. You can check us on Facebook, and then you can check my personal account on LinkedIn. My name is Sherifdeen Okoyemi Adeyemi. So I am one of the co-founder of Chevdin Academy, and I'm going to be the instructor for this course. So, but before we go more, I'm sure we've all seen this flyer. So you can, I'm sure all of us are in the group, and then we have this information. So then before we go on, we need to understand the reason. Please try to unmute yourself so that you don't cause noise and affect the recordings. So we need to understand the reason why we have to set up this course. So this course is important because if you want to understand structural design as a structural engineer, we first need to understand how structural engineers themselves, how they go about their work. So whenever a structural engineer receives a drawing or a project, most especially in terms of buildings, it usually come as in form of architectural design. So the first thing they do is to lay out the concept of the project. So once they understand the concept, then they can now, from this concept, they can divide this project into components in which structural engineers understand. So from there, they do the loading and analysis of the structure. So after they do the loading and the analysis, they do the design. From the design, they do the detailing part. Then after the detailing, they do the reporting and then the presentation. So in an ideal situation, the structural engineer is just supposed to be involved in the concept, the loading, analysis, the design part. So most times, it should be a detailer that is going to do the detailing. But we all know as the country is, as a structural engineer, you'll be the one to analyze and design. You also be the one to prepare the detailing. So that is why any course that you want to take or any course we want to make on structural design, we try as much as possible to make sure that the content of the course covered or is around these 6 items. So that means our course content for this course is going to be around these 6 items, which I'm going to be giving you more details on as we proceed. So the first thing I will talk about is the aim and objective of this course. Why do we actually set up this program? So as I've mentioned, Chevron Academy is about teaching practical design. But this course, especially, why do we set it up? The main aim is for anybody that takes this course to be able to detail and prepare an acceptable design. So this course is centered towards building. So any other course you take from us, what we want you to do is at the end of this course, you should be able to provide a detailed and acceptable structural design. So, and then we have the objective. So one of the objective is, the number one thing is to understand the loadings and the analysis of structural components. So this come after you do the conceptualization of the design. That is, you've create your structural layout, you do your deck study, and then you study the architectural design. So, and then to understand the professional way in which you are going to be setting up any software you are using, how to create models, and how to do the design. So for this course, we are going to be majoring on ProtaStructures, which is the software we are going to be using. So you are going to learn the professional way in which you can create settings for all your structural components. You can create models the right way. You do your analysis, the design, and you also check for possible failure or what might be causing maybe one or two of your designs failing or your members. Then we didn't stop at that. We also provide a detailed, at the end of the course, we should be able to provide a detailed quantities from the structural point of view. What I mean by that is you should be able to provide the quantity of concrete required for the project in order for the QS to cost the project effectively. You should be able to provide the quantity of reinforcement in forms of bar bending schedule. And in some cases, you can even be able to provide formworks, the quantities of formworks that is required to support all the structural components during the construction phase. Then you also be able to prepare a usable structural drawings. You know, most of our freshers in engineering practice, they might know how to use the software, but you just find out that their detail is very poor. So this course is going to upskill you in terms of preparing structural details. And then you also understand the requirements needed for project approval. So what are the requirements you need for this course? So in order for you to register for this course, we want you to have the following softwares and gadgets. You need a laptop, you need AutoCAD software, which is about 2010 upward. Then you need softwares like ProtaStructures. So if you don't have it, we are going to be providing you with the software once you register for the course. And then you also need Microsoft Office package, which can include the Word, the Excel, the PowerPoint, because you need them in order for you to prepare a well-documented design. And also so that your project can easily be approved. So some of these documents are needed or softwares so that you'll be able to do your work diligently. So let me now go to the course content. I've already mentioned that for any structural design course to be effective, it has to circle around the 6 items that I've mentioned, which include the concept, loading and analysis, the design, the detailing, the reporting, and the presentation. So you will see that our course content is aligned with that. So the first thing is, I think we have about 6 modules. Module 1 is introduction and layout. This is just in another way of saying the concept of the design. So probably some of us might be, you might not be, maybe you've used AutoCAD for a long time, but you know how to use it, the basic part of it, but you just want to refresh yourself. So that is why we have this first AutoCAD recap. Then we look at insights on architectural design. That is the way structural engineers is supposed to look at architectural design in order for them to carry out their own part of the project. Then the main part of this module 1 is how to create structural layout from architectural design, which is also known as general arrangement, or you can call it GA, or you call it layout simply. In some other countries, they even call it blueprint. So depending on the way. So you are going to learn how to create structural layout from an architectural design. So the second module covers the loading analysis and the design part, mostly the loading part. So you see here, we explain how the interface of the Prota structures, if you are not conversant with it, and then we explain how to do your modeling, how to import your layouts to the software, and then to generate your model. And then there are also other things that you need to know how to do, like how to add partition load, manual load on members, column beams, and all of that. And then you need to understand design assumptions in which the structural engineers have to make before you even start creating any loading on the structure. You need to understand some assumptions that have been made in structural analysis so that you make the right assumption at the appropriate section. Then module 3 is about the analysis and the design. Here, you'll have modeled this project on the Prota structures. You check for model error. Then this is where you are going to do your settings for column, beam, and slab, so that when you finish your design, you have, with little effort, you can translate this design to your modeling in form of a report case. So, and then you do the analysis. We explain to you how to interpret the analysis result so that you know if you're on point or not. We all know softwares are garbage in, garbage out. So you need to have a full understanding of the analysis, and then so that you're able to interpret the result correctly. So, and then we explain the design of slab on Prota structures, which is the software we are using. We explain the beam design and analysis. If there is any member of your beam that is failing, we try to troubleshoot them by explaining the various mode of beam failures and how to tackle them. The same thing applies for column and as well the foundation part. Please try to unmute yourself so that you don't cause noise. Then the module 4 has to do with the reporting and the detailing. Here, you are going to learn how to organize your calculation sheet because you need this calculation sheet for project approval. Then you also need how to extract your quantities. Like I mentioned, the quantities of concrete and quantities of formwork required for the project. And then you learn how to extract your details from Prota structures to CAD. So this is important. So because there is no design if there is no detail. Then the module 5 is just like you are trying to fine-tune your project in a professional way. So in the sense that, you know, you've created your layout, you've done the design on Prota structures, you've exported it, but this design your export does not always come out well. So you need to fine-tune it. So that is why we have this module 5, which is general editing. So under this, we are going to teach you how to create foundation layout. Foundation layout is important because it is what shows the type of foundation, the size, and then the connections of how you want the foundation to be. Either it's a shallow foundation or a pile foundation. Then under this, you know, we've already exported the drawings to CAD. So we now teach you how to manually detail slab on AutoCAD, because we know the detailing you are going to be extracting from the software is not going to be a professional one. So you have to adjust it. So, but we did not teach you just how to adjust it. We teach you how to do the detailing yourself from the start. So the same thing, you create sections for your layout and for your foundation layout and slab. You also edit your beam reinforcement if needed. Most of the time, you might not need to touch the beam, but sometimes you have to touch it depending on how the project is. Let me give you an example. Let's say you provide 6 number of reinforcements on one part of your beam. And then on the software, what the software did was you want to arrange this. Let's say the reinforcement is 9, for example. You want to arrange it in 3 layers. That is 3 in the bottom layer, 3 above it, then 3 above it. You know, the maximum the software can do is 2 layers. So because of that, you have to manually edit it to suit what can be achievable on site. So that is what I meant by editing the beam reinforcement. Is very important. And also the column reinforcement, is always better to edit your column, because the way the software is going to give you the column detail, it will not make sense. So I always encourage my students to edit their columns, which everything is going to be covered in this module. And then we now discuss about the staircase layout, how to create layout for staircase, and also how to design and detail a reinforced concrete staircase. So module 6 is going to cover the editing, general editing, how to prepare foundation layout, how to edit your slab detail, your beam detail, your column detail, as well as the foundation. And then it's also going to house the staircase as well, because you need to understand how to create staircase layout, how to design staircase, any type of staircase, and also how to detail it. So all of that will be covered here. Then we have the module 6, which is the documentation part. So under this is documentations through presentation, because as a structural engineer, especially if you are just the designer, what is needed from you is the structural drawings. So how to prepare your structural drawings in such a way that once you print these drawings, they are going to come out well and readable for construction activity. You know, the main aim of everything we are doing is to support the construction activity. So if at the end of the day, your design is not even readable, we cannot even read what is being done, or maybe the lettering are too small in order to be read. So you need to understand how to do your paper settings, how to plot, how to put your drawings to sheet. Then one of the bonus in this course is we are going to be explaining some of the documents you need to provide as a structural engineer in order for the project to be approved. So all of this will be explained at the later part of this course. So these are the general course contents. So this course, generally, we are going to be using a project as an example. So the instructor is going to be having a project in which he is going to work with from the beginning. He will show you how to do the layout, then how to do, I think we just have a mix-up. Please, let's try to rejoin. And if you are in already, please, you can mute yourself so that we'll be able to flow with the class. So sorry for that. So as I was saying, we are going to be having a project-based course in which the instructor is going to have a project on its own that is going to be using from the start. It's going to show you from the start to the end how a structural engineer actually prepare their design and also give out their drawings. So then let's now move to the detail of this course. How do we structure the course? This course is going to be a recorded video. That is, we already have the recorded version of this video of this course. You have access to them once you register. So the total length of the recordings is 24 hours. So it's actually divided into different sections. I'm going to be showing you the folder that is going to be shared with you once you register. And then you also have access to calculation sheets, even though we are using Protas structures for the design. There are some components that it is not really, the design from Protas structures is not, how will I put it, is not done correctly. Let me put it that way. For example, if you want to do your staircase design, it's always better to do it manually. So we are going to be using the a calculation sheet that is already prepared for us, for the design. Then we can also have some other things that you might need to cross-check manually, which in order to ascertain the design of the software. So the total length of this recording is going to be 37 contents. That is, we have 37 different videos that all accumulate to 24 hours. Then in addition to this online class, that is the recorded video, we're also going to be having a live section, which is going to be on weekly basis. And the main thing that we are going to be doing on this live section is to recap what has been taught, and also so that we can have a student-instructor interaction, because this course is a project-based. Each of the students will be assigned some projects in which you are going to work on that project. So as you are working on the project, we will want you to be sharing this, your activity with the instructor, so that if there is need for correction or if there is need for more explanation, we can do that during the live session. So it's going to be an interactive section. You can present your work, or maybe there's one or two things that is explained in the video, but you don't really understand it. So the live session is the best platform for you to come and explain and discuss any issue you might be having, so that we can trash out any misunderstanding or half explanation that have been made. So what I mean is, in addition to the online videos, you also have weekly live session in which you can meet with the instructor and then explain whatever you are going through or whatever difficulty you might be having in the project you are working on. So, like I've mentioned, these are some of the benefits you are going to get from this course. One of them is weekly project review with the instructor, which is going to be on during the weekly live session. The weekly live session is going to be holding on Zoom, just like this. And then you'll be able to share anything you want to share. You'll be able to ask questions if there is question you would like to ask. Then we also have weekly student progress tracking. We have a tracking sheet in which you can use to track your progress, because we plan that this course is going to be completed within 5 weeks. So each of the week, we've already assigned targets in which you are supposed to finish at the end of the week. So at the end of that week, if you're on track, you know, using the tracker. If you are not on track, you know, so that you'll be able to adjust your schedule. And also, let me also mention this. If you are someone that is busy, this course is actually open, is self-paced. It's not compulsory you follow the class, but it's advisable that you follow the class as we proceed. But if you are someone that is busy, you don't have time, maybe when we are during the time of the course, maybe there's no time for you to do to work and all of that, you can take the course. You also have access to the recording. Please, let's try to unmute ourselves. We have time to ask questions, please. Please, please try to unmute yourself. Okay. There will be time for us to ask questions after the presentation. So that is mainly what is going to be happening in the weekly live session, is for question and answer, and also for more explanation if there is need. Then we also have, you know, I mentioned that each of the students are going to be having a project. So if there is need for us to correct what you've done, we are going to be doing that either in the live section or through normal message via WhatsApp. Then at the end of the day, we also have a certificate of completion in which we are going to be giving to you at the end of this course. But the only way in which you can get this certificate is when you are able to complete the project that is being assigned to you. So once you complete the project, we issue you the certificate, and then you'll be able to make use of it. So another thing I want to let you know is this course is a lifetime access. That is, once you pay for it, for the course, there's no expiration. It's not going to expire. You always have access to it. And then another sweet thing is sometimes there might be an update that we might want to give to you. maybe, you know, as an instructor, nobody knows it all. You might learn one or two things and you might want to share it with, maybe pertaining to this course. You might want to share it with your students. So we always try to share it with our, like if you registered already, we just share it. If there's any update, we give you the update for free without adding any penny. So that is another bonus or another benefit you are going to gain from this course. It's a lifetime access. So now let me now move to the registration part. If you want to register, I think I've mentioned that you need the requirement, you need a laptop, you need AutoCAD, you need ProtaStructures. If you don't have AutoCAD and ProtaStructures, you can DM me or message me. And then I'm going to, once you registered, I'm going to share you the installation files and also give you a guideline on how to install it. So in order for you to register for this course, as you've seen, this course is going to be a full package, that is from the conception of design as a structural engineer to the completion phase. It's going to include the layout, the analysis, loading, the design and detailing, correction of members. This is very important. And also the detailing, as I've mentioned, extraction of quantities in order for you to be able to quantify your project correctly, or if you want to share it with a QS, and also documentation, that is project presentation in its totality. So in order for you to register for this course, you need to make a payment of 20,000 naira to this account. So the details of this is going to be shared in the group at the end of this session. So this is the account you have to make payment to. And then once you make your payment, you ensure that you send the receipt to any of the admins in the group. We only have 2 admins in this group, please. So if any other person message you trying to inform you or try to tell you to do this or that, just know that it is not from us. We are not going to private chat you guys. Every message you want to drop is going to be communicated in the group. So in order for you to access the course, you have to make a payment of 20,000 naira to this account. And then the Google Drive, once you make your payment, you share us your email. So because the course is going to be shared to your mail. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to be sharing you the course folder so that you are going to see what is inside the course before you even attempt to register for it. So in the meantime, I'm going to allow for questions in case if you guys have any question you want to ask regarding this course before we call it a day. Please, if you have questions, you can unmute yourself and
cloths and water to clean this boy mouth.
Okay.
You know what I did?
Okay. Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
Sorry, please. Is there a way we can have a one-on-one lecture, one-on-one class? Is it possible, like a physical class? Okay. If there's anyone interested, is there a way we can have that?
Okay. Your question is noted. If there is another person, you can ask your question.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Please, what I want to ask in the spirit of thank you very much for the wonderful package. I really enjoy your last class I had. It's so interesting, and I really wish to continue having more class with you.
Okay.
But in the spirit of the challenge in the Nigerian economy, in the spirit of the cause of where, and the spirit of one Nigeria and your interest for young engineers to grow, please, can we, all of us, on behalf of everyone, can we have just a little discount on that 20,000, please?
Okay, is there any other question?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I have a question. Actually, I've been following your videos. I've bought some, but the problem I have with is this general arrangement. I don't know if the video can contain at least 2 or 3 examples for the general arrangement to know where to put the column, where the column must not be, where the beam must be. So if one example is not enough for the general arrangement, for me, because I'm explaining now, if you can have like 2 examples or 2 to 3 examples for general arrangement before you proceed to the portal structure. That's my own question.
Okay, noted. Any other question? If you have, it might not necessarily be a question. You might have maybe an advice, or how will I put it? You can put it on the table, please.
All right, I have a question. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, please.
Yeah, my name is Bolaji.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, please. I actually wanted to make inquiry. Mine is not actually it's not on structure. Please, do you have any course on highway designs, especially on maybe Civil 3D and maybe other relevant software that has to do with highway designs too? Is it going to be incorporated into a later course? Because I think I have major interest in that.
Okay, that's noted. I think we have 4 questions now. I want to entertain more questions, please. If, especially regarding this course, if you have any question you'd like to clarify, please try to ask.
Okay, I think can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Samuel. Someone asked this question on the chat, but I don't think you saw it. I'm also interested in the question too. So the person asked, will you be teaching us based on the BS code or the Euro code?
Okay. Noted. Next question, please. Okay.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good afternoon. I can hear you, please.
Yeah, my name is Amwa Ezekiel. My question is for the novice who has no background about design at all, even AutoCAD, and he wish to register. And how is he going to, as in, is it AutoCAD is, let me just like a basic knowledge of this portal structure. So how is he going to play around it? Is it like AutoCAD, is it going to be incorporated in as they have the knowledge of AutoCAD first before they can proceed to portal structure?
Okay, before you go, please, let me chip in this. You said no basic knowledge at all, or you have small knowledge, but you feel you are not confident enough.
Yes, like feel like you are not confident enough for the novice that doesn't really know, like have much knowledge about design.
Okay, no problem. More questions, please, so that I can answer them once at once. Okay, I think someone is asking in the chat room that if there's going to be an inclusion of trusses and water tank structure in the package. Okay, is there no other question, please? Okay, I feel maybe there is no other. So, but before I start answering the questions, let me first of all present, or let me share you guys the material that you are going to be receiving once you make your registration. So this is the file that will be sent to your mail. You can see that this file is structured just like the way I've highlighted the course content. So the first one, you have module 1. So under it, you see AutoCAD recap and general arrangement. Then you also have module 2. We talk about more editings and then how to move your drawings to the software. Then module 3 is how to do your pre-analysis settings, the design settings that you need. Module 4 is the actual design, how to extract your detail. Module 5 is editing on AutoCAD, like you are trying to fine-tune the project. Then module 6 is presentation, plotting, and other information on project approval. So, but another important thing to note is inside this, we have a practice project. I'm going to be adding more practice project to this. We only have 3 practice projects now. I will add more to it so that you can pick from as much as possible for your practice. So if you register for this course, you come under this practice project folder and you pick one of the drawings. These drawings here are architectural designs. So you can pick one of them. You can pick one of them for your own project for this course. Then we also have course assignments, course material, where you have the tracker, the calculation sheet, and some useful softwares. Then this is the instructions on how to get like the general course instructions. So this is what you are going to be receiving once you make payment for the course. So now let me now answer the questions once, one at a time. So the first question is, I hope I'm audible, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So the first question here was asking that can we have a physical class? Well, like I've mentioned in the first minute of this presentation, that Chevdin Academy, we operate online for now. So we are going to be creating a physical class maybe next year. We are working towards it, inshallah, but not now. What we can only accommodate now is online sessions. Then the second question is asking about a discount. Well, actually, this course, if you check on our webpage, you can see maybe around 2 or 3 weeks ago, the prices of this course is pegged at 20K. So, but recently we increased it to 25. So, and the major reason why we increase it is because it's just because of the reasons you tendered. The increase in fuel, the cost of living, you know, the instructor is also an human being. So that is why the cost was increased to 25. But because we are organizing this, so we are going to, that's why we reduce the cost now back to 20,000. But based on what you mentioned, and I also see that some other people are also saying similar things in the group chat. So we are going to be reducing this cost again to 18,000 naira. I'm just making that decision now based on your request. So I try to honor your request. So what
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you. What you are going to be registering for the course is just 18,000 naira, not 20K. So then the third question is general arrangement. The person is asking, I think maybe he has taken 1 or 2 courses. I don't know if you are still here. Which of the courses do you take before?
Yes, I'm still here.
I said, which of our courses do you take before?
I bought that's portal structure from the beginning. I have the video with me. Yes, I still have the AutoCAD itself, the same thing.
Okay.
You can check, if you check your DIM, you see my message there itself.
Okay. That means you already have these courses. Okay, no problem. With respect to your question, I don't know how you are going to gain from this, because it seems you already have I'm still
going to participate in this one too. I have to participate in this one because it has that virtual what do you call it?
Okay,
weekly check.
Okay, I'm going to try to create GA with 2 or 3 projects, as you've mentioned. So I've noted that. So that's going to be, like I mentioned, that if you register from us, if there is an update, like this is an update now, this GA that I'm going to create as addition is going to be added to the group, to the course folder without any extra charges. So I'm going to do that. Then the fourth question is asking about highway design. Well, to be candid, a lot of people have been asking me on this highway design. And I personally, I've been working on it. I've started creating videos on it, but the issue I have is, if you check our courses very well, you see, we used to make sure that we start from the fundamentals. For example, if you want to learn structural design, if you don't know anything, we have a course on fundamentals of structural design. So I'm making a course on fundamentals of highway design as well. But, you know, time, work, everything, so is delaying us. I think I've started the course maybe, I think last year. So, but till now we are yet to complete it. You see, it used to take time to prepare all this. If you want the course to be structured and well arranged, it takes a lot of time to prepare them. So, but I'm just trying to let you know that we are working on it, but I can't give you a time frame where the course on highway design is going to be ready, but we are working on it. Then the fifth question is asking if there's a difference between 2.0 freelancing and 3.0. Generally, there's no difference. There's no difference between the two. In the first thing, I mentioned that we've already created this course twice. We did one 2 years ago, we did one last year, and then we are doing this year own. So there's no major difference. There's no difference there. The only thing is the additions, like the addition that I'm going to be creating now, which you can also have access to, since you have access to the 2.0 already. Then someone is asking, is the design based on the BS code or Eurocode? When you are using a software to design, you can use any design, so any code. Softwares have different codes, but the software we are using is Protastructures. It was created by a Turkish company. So the code you can find there are BS code, we have the Eurocode, we have Singapore, but you can't find US code for the United States, is not there, but you can find code for European countries, Asian countries, and some local codes. So if you want to design with Eurocode, you don't have any problem. You just select the code. It's just selecting. That's why it's a software you get. So if you want to design with BS or Eurocode, you can pick anyone. But let me tell you, the code that was picked in the course example is BS code. That is what we picked. But it's not going to make any changes to your design. So since it's a software. Then someone asks if a novice without an AutoCAD knowledge can join. So this question is two parts. If someone has zero knowledge, does not know anything on AutoCAD or structural design, so I will advise the person to take our courses on AutoCAD for civil engineers first. Then if you can combine it with fundamentals of structural design, those two courses, they are going to open your eye to structural design, and also you are going to learn how to use AutoCAD, because AutoCAD is just a drafting tool. It's not a design tool. We just use it for creating our 2D drawings. And now that the world is shifting away from CAD, you know, it's now important to start learning BIM softwares like Revit and the likes. So then for someone that have a low, maybe you are not confident enough, but at least you can do normal draw line, you can draw line, you can draw circle, you can open documents on AutoCAD, you can do basic things. Then I think you'll be able to cope with the course. So that is why we have the first item on the course content, AutoCAD recap. You just try to make a simple, we highlight some of the tools that will be needed for you or that might help you as a structural engineer. Then the last question was asking if there is trusses and water stand structures. Well, if you want to learn truss design, I have a free video on that on YouTube. You can check out our YouTube video, or you can just, like, some of the links are on this PDF. I'm going to be sharing this PDF to the group. So you can go to our YouTube page, you learn about trusses, design of trusses. Then you talk about water tank. Water tank are steel structures mainly, even though they can be made from concrete. but the most common one are steel structures. So we have a course on that, which is design of steel structures using Start Pro. We taught about 2 projects in that course. We talk about the elevated tank, and we also talk about the industrial warehouse. So those are the 2 common projects on steel that we used to encounter. So you can take that course if you are highly interested in that kind of design. So I think I've answered all the questions. So is there any other question before we call it a day for this session?
Yes, there's a little
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
For the design generally, are you going to use or the portal structure mainly, or for the beam you are going to use another software to design it, or the portal structure you are going to use for everything?
Well, in the aspect of the design, Proto Structures can do the design of everything for you: beam, slab, column, foundation. The only issue is in the aspect of the detailing. Some of the detailing might not be okay. Let me put it like that. Like the detailing of the slab, the detailing of the staircase, the detailing of the column, the detailing of the foundation. So all those will be done outside of Proto Structures, but the design is done on Proto Structures. The slab design, even though we recommend an Excel sheet for your slab, but if you compare the result with Proto Structures, even sometimes some members can fail on Proto Structures, but when you design it with the Excel sheet, it will pass. It used to happen. So it's just a check and balance. So, but Proto Structures can do the slab, it can do the beam for you very well, can do the column for you very well, the foundation as well. I hope I answered the question.
Yes, yes. You answered the question.
Okay, thank you.
Now, how often according to the video now, you said we have 24 hours video and 37 total videos. Now, how do we know the section that we cover this week? How are we going to segregate it that this week we must cover this week we must cover this, so we can meet the instructor maybe on Sunday or anytime you want to put it, you want to put the person on?
Okay, there's going to be, like I mentioned, there's going to be a cross tracker for you. So, and then aside from that, we are going to be dropping a weekly target. Like, let's say we said the course is going to be starting on the 20th of this month. So by that 20th, we are going to drop week 1. You should do this, you should watch this video, do this, do this, do this. I hope you get. So we are going to be giving you all those structures once you register for the course.
Okay, noted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, someone is asking in the group that can we pay in part? Yes, I forgot to mention that you can pay 50% upfront and then you will be added to the group. But the only downside to that is we are not going to share you the course folder yet. And the reason is because, you know, a lot of people have different characters. So we just try to play safe. So once you balance your payment, you have the course folder. But before then, you'll be able to join the weekly meeting. You'll be able to be in the group and be seeing what is being done. So you can pay in part, in short. Okay, is there any other question, please?
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, is there a deadline as to when to make payment?
Yes, there's going to be a deadline, but we've not assigned that now. But it will be advisable for you guys to, if you want to register, to try and register before 28th of this month, because that is when the course is going to start.
Okay.
All right. Any other question? So, but for some of us that joined, but probably maybe you feel this course is not for you. I mean, in the sense that maybe you're an expert in this area. You can check out our website for more courses, or maybe if you're a beginner, you can go to our website, chefgenacademy.com, to see a course that can best fit you. Or probably you can private chat me on WhatsApp. I can recommend a course for you based on your experience and all that. Then you can also visit our website. For some of you that are new to Chef Gen Academy, you can go on our YouTube channel and see some of our videos so as to have an idea of what to expect once you register for the course. So, and then someone is asking that they didn't get the part payment part. I said you can pay twice. Like now, maybe you make your payments instead of 18,000 naira, you pay 9,000 naira. So with that, your payment, we are going to be adding you to the group. That's one of the benefits. The second benefit is we are going to ensure that you participate in the live session, but we are not going to share you the course folder, the folder that I shared that contains the videos. We are not going to share you yet until you balance up. And I mentioned that is because of one or two reasons. That's why we are doing that. We don't used to do that before. So just take it like, help us manage it like that. So if you want to pay twice, no problem. Okay, thank you. Someone say it's been an interesting session. It's been an interesting session with you guys too as well. Someone is saying, why don't you guys just speak up? Someone is in the chat. Would we have access to the folder for life? Yes, I've mentioned that you have access to the folder. Even if you don't have time to engage with us weekly, you can always go back to the course anytime you want. And then if you have any question, you can always reach me. Like I have a student that messaged me yesterday. He said, after taking the course, I'm not trying to make this up. I'm going to screenshot some of the reviews that we have from students and post it on the group. I don't want to bore us with that one. So he said after taking the course, he was able to get a job. And then from the course he took, he was able to navigate easily with his new job. So this course is generally for fresh graduates. If you're a fresh graduate and you are looking for a way to start your career under structural design, this course is perfect for you. If you're a construction engineer and you feel maybe you want to add the knowledge of design to your skills, this course is also perfect for you. And if you are already working in a consultancy firm and maybe you think you are not doing enough, you can try to take this course. It's going to improve you. I think there are 2 or more messages. What version of Protas Structures? Actually, for Protas Structures, we have different versions. Now we have, I think, 2023 version, and I think the 2024 version is out, yes. But I always recommend people to people that the 2018 is the best version that I've seen because you have less issue on cracking. You can easily crack it, unlike the other ones, and then it suits you. Like now, me personally, I have 2021 version, but I don't really use it. I make use of the 2018 version. It just do whatever I want to do. So the software we use for this course is 2018, and we also recommend you guys to use 2018. But if you feel you want to use a higher version, no problem. The only difference there is just the interface. So, and I have a video on if you are new to the new version interface. I create a video where I direct you on how to go about it. So if you want that video, you can message me. It's going to be free. It's not saying
sorry,
how much is the cost. Okay, so you want to say something?
Please. About the installation, how are you getting the software? Is it after the payment you are getting all the software? Because my system, the hard disk crashed last week, so I don't have any, even AutoCAD. I don't have anything. I just bought new SSD. I don't have anything on it.
The thing is, we are going to share you if you don't have the software, once you register, we share the folder to you and also give you, guide you on installation.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I think
Yes, sir.
okay, you want to say
I just wanted to add, but will there be issuance of certificate after the whole class?
Okay. Yes, I already mentioned in this material that there's going to be a certificate of completion this year. there's going to be a certificate of completion. But for you to get it, you check out the course instruction. You have to complete the project we assign to you, because it is with that we can boost that, okay, this person understand this, or this person actually go through this course and he can do the design. I hope you get. So there's a certificate of completion at the end.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I think we can call it a day here. For some of us that want to watch ball, you can go and watch your match. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate for this meeting. Thank you so much. And I hope I'm going to
Thank
see
you so
you
much,
all
sir.
in class. Okay, I hope I'm going to see you
Thank
all
you
in
so
the
much, sir.
class. Yes, you are welcome. You are welcome. Thank you. Have a nice day.